Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Unapologetically Honest podcast, where we are currently reviewing season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Today's episode is episode 3. We finally get all the queens together, and it's called The World's Worst. But wait, I'm not alone. You love her, you hate her, or you don't. It's LaCresha.
Hey, everybody.
So, before we even begin, what was your overall thought of the episode? Did you enjoy this episode?
I did enjoy this episode.
See, I don't want to say I didn't enjoy it because I did. It just
kind of fell flat.
I don't want to say it fell flat. I want to say it just kind of came and went. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong.
It was like the start of the episode. Yeah.
It was like, I don't want to say it was bad, but it wasn't like over the top. Like, don't get me wrong, I busted out laughing several times in this. But to me, the improv challenges are always like my least favorite challenges of the season. Now, when they give them like legit acting with script upon script upon script, I enjoy those. But improv, maybe because I'm not so good at improving, maybe, my own insecurities are just bleeding out onto the TV, and I'm like, really? Do we have to make that choice? Yeah. But other than that, I really enjoyed the episodes. The looks we got this episode on that runway, I cannot wait till we get to there, because baby, I got to say, okay? So we start off this episode where the last one left off. The sixth finale met the the sixth premiere met the seventh premiere, and I was kind of expecting a little bit more at first, but they're like, oh, hug me, sister. Oh, my name's Jan. What's your name, Widow? Oh, nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're all New York queens.
Oh, yeah, there's 5 New York girls. There's 5 New York girls. I'm so sick of the whole New York girl stereotype on the show. Like, girl, any queen can be entertaining. Any queen can hold a show. Any queen can work 8 nights a week, okay? We get it. Y'all New Yorkers can do that. You know what I'm saying? While eating the pizza and you fold it in your mouth, okay? I know that was bad. That was a bad
I'm not from Brooklyn.
Might as well. Brooklyn, New York, same thing.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. But anyway,
he said that, not me. Him, not me.
I did it, Desmond Tanner. You can @ me, Simply Desmond, on all social media platforms. We can discuss. Anyway. Right off the jump, I like how the 7 queens stuck together.
Yes.
They're like, did we argue? No. We got along the whole time. Y'all argued?
What? Oh my God.
What happened?
Spill the tea.
And Widow said it the best. I love when bitches show me their insecurities. Right off the, I'm like, come on, Miss Widow.
Widow is like, she's just taking my chest and my heart, and she just taking it out and keeping it for her dang self.
And Miss Widow, once again, I owe you an apology, because when we did our Meet the Queens, I said your ass was going on first. I was wrong.
Very wrong.
Really wrong. Supercalifragilisticexpialidociously wrong.
Yes.
Yes, I was. I can't. I'm sorry, Miss Widow.
Now, I like her little, yes, I am that BITCH look. With the braids.
Oh, yes, this red dress. She's not wearing heels, though. But I'm going to let her slide because, this ain't a runway look. This is just, look at us. You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
Well, a little 2-inch heel.
There ain't no 2-inch. That is flat.
They're not flat.
Watch. If they pin back on it, it is flat. And it doesn't look like they are. So that means I'm right. Jan's ugly ass outfit. I was watching several reviews and other stuff, and people just love Jan's tulle outfit. I didn't. Baby,
why? Because it was pants?
Throw that shit in the trash.
I mean, it was different. It was unique. Everybody else went for a big princess dress, and she decided to stand out, just like she did in this week's runway. She stood out.
Oh, I got notes on that. Okay. Yes, ma'am, I do. Yes, ma'am, I do. Once again, the queens will win a year supply of Anastasia makeup and
Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Right there, and $100,000. I really like saying doorless that way.
I know.
I say it like that all the time.
Outside of this podcast as well.
All the time. I'm like, I need doorless.
Jan looks so different out of drag.
I think the biggest transformation for me is Crystal Method. And it has to be the mullet. It has to be the mullet.
When she goes from Weird Al to...
And she's like slowly becoming my favorite.
I'm still on the fence about her.
I'm digging it. I am picking up what she's putting down so far. She still hasn't cracked into my top 4.
Mm-hmm.
But like she's top 6, maybe 7. I can see her making it. Maybe top 8.
I think if she tones some things down.
Yeah, if they take, because I believe what Rue and Michelle said to her this week. If she takes it to heart and, you know, makes the changes that she needs, I think she will do great. So Rue has entered the workroom in this lovely orange and green suit.
Mango.
Oh, it is sickening. This suit this season has been good. I'm kind of upset we didn't get a hat though. You know, for both of the premieres, we got the Pharrell hat.
Yes.
And we didn't get one. We didn't get the Erykah Badu do-rag situation.
No.
I missed that. I feel like that would have just tied everything together.
They probably couldn't find a hat to match.
Oh, I mean, they could have called me. I would have found a hat.
They probably would have made one. And then there's the lime green shoe.
But anyway, so they really didn't have a mini challenge this week.
Mm-mm. I think because there were too many.
Well, in the past, they've done mini challenges with 13 girls there.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they brought out Pit Crew. Didn't bring out my favorite one, but that's okay. Anyway, so basically what happened is Jada and Widow had to pick.
Because they were the top 2 in the 2 episodes.
Yes, they had to pick who they thought were their competition to who they didn't think they were their competition from the other set of girls. They didn't do their own set. They did the opposite set. Like Jada did the week 1 queens and Widow did the week 2 queens.
Yes.
And baby, I love Widow. Baby, she did it with a smile. She was like, yeah, I don't see you as competition. And I don't blame her. I would have put Aiden last too.
Mm-hmm.
Dead last.
So far, I haven't been the biggest fan of Aiden's.
I haven't either. I have to give it to her. Runway last week, though, that green tool situation she had going.
That was probably her best one.
Baby, she did that.
This week's kind of fell flat for me.
We'll get to that. But yeah, see, right now Widow is organizing them. And I think I would have put Rockham just a little bit higher. Maybe Rockham, Dahlia, then Aiden. I think that's what I would have did. I agreed with Sherry and who was next to Sherry? Jan. I would have did that too. But no. Yeah. And look at
the smile.
Baby,
says
she has gorgeous teeth, darling.
She does. I love her teeth.
She says, I don't need to go get my teeth fixed. They're already here, bitch. Clock the smile. Clock the smile. Oh my God, I love Heidi. When she was talking to Jason, she's like, I watch you on TV all the time. I freaking love Heidi. Well, I guess her name is no longer Heidi in the Closet.
It's still Heidi in Closet until she decides to officially call herself Heidi Ho.
And I think this will be the first time ever, mid-season, a queen changes her name.
Assuming she actually goes with.
Oh, baby. Listen.
But
I give it next episode, if not the following one. Her name will be officially Heidi Ho, and all her social medias will change from Heidi in Closet to Heidi Ho. Kind of like how Trinity Taylor turned into Trinity the Tuck. But Trinity did that between seasons.
Right.
This is happening while we're watching. Because RuPaul doesn't like Heidi in Closet. And I'm not even mad at Heidi. Oh, you don't like it? Okay, I'll be Heidi Ho. I'll be Heidi Hocus Pocus if you want me to be. Cut me my check.
Right.
Shoot.
Let me win a challenge.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah,
so
Jada,
was it a shock to you that it was going to be the bottom?
No. Because she did this last season, and the bottom queens, well, the bottom queen, because there's only one queen in the bottom, was the second team captain. So I knew something along that was going to happen. And we didn't touch on Jada's lineup, but I think hers was pretty accurate as well. I really do. Gigi and then all the way to the end. So now we have 4 team captains. We have Heidi, Widow, Jada, and Aiden. So they get to pick their team for the world's worst, which is basically like American Idol.
The Voice,
America's Got Talent, all that really goes for the worst that America has to offer, which I personally don't find that funny. I don't like that from American Idol. I was okay with America's Got Talent doing it because it was other than singing. I don't like hearing bad singing.
I don't think American Idol condones bad singing. I just think they show it every once in a while.
Yeah, they did it for the funny things. So we started off. I'm just going to read off the teams. So Heidi, she chose Gigi and Jackie. Miss Widow chose Nikki and Crystal. Miss Aiden chose Britta and Sherry Pie. Miss Jada chose Jan and Dahlia, which left Miss Rock'em Sakura.
Sakura?
No, it's Sakura. It's like Rock'em Sakura. It's not Rock'em Sakura. It's Rock'em Sakura.
Okay.
I guess for legal reasons. But she didn't have nobody to go home. So she chose her episode 2 sisters, Jada, Jan, and Dahlia. Which, do you think that was the best choice for her?
I think she thought she was going on a team that would win.
Honestly, if I was choosing, I would have chose Aiden and Britta. Like, me personally, just going in there and seeing that, I'm like, oh, Team Aiden has hella hitters right there.
Right.
I want to be on that team. I want to, and I think she would have excelled more in that group. Because I imagine they still would have done the fruity, what was it called? The fruity. She
wasn't in she was in the Fruity Tooty one.
But the Fruity Tooty one was written for 4 queens. So I imagine whichever team Rock'em picked would have been the team that got the Fruity Patooties.
Right.
So that means it would have went to Team Aiden. And I feel like Aiden probably would have shined more in a situation like that unless she was broccoli. If she would have given herself broccoli, I think we would have repeated what happened.
I think she would have been broccoli, or she would have been the orange.
But yeah, I feel like maybe she would have shined more in that group.
Right.
Especially with 2 other queens that are very well known for their comedy shtick. Yeah. So there's that. I have a speech impediment, y'all.
It's okay.
So now the queens are in their own corners. They're getting their thoughts together. They're discussing how they're going to do things, like
execution, and
all the things that a team. And I like seeing the behind the scenes stuff. I like seeing like this. They're working together. They're figuring out how they're going to do it. Like when they're doing singing and dancing challenges. I like seeing them go into the studio and recording the verse, or seeing them go to the main stage and rehearse.
Right.
Because I enjoy that. I like seeing the behind the scenes. Don't get me wrong. They can just go from here to the main challenge, but I like seeing how they got there. And I like to see if somebody struggled during the rehearsal, but by the time it came for the show, they were all like, bam. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like in the previous episodes.
And sometimes they're all bam in the rehearsal and
fall flat in the actual show.
So right now, Rue is making her traditional way around the workroom. And once again, she is telling Heidi in the closet she hates her name. And I don't understand why Rue has such a big problem with it. And she said it was just about the way you say it. Heidi in closet doesn't roll off the tongue. Which I think it has, because I've said it enough for me to say Heidi in closet. Like, I'm good. But she's like Heidi Ho, Heidi... What was the other one? Heidi Ho and Heidi... Snapple.
It wasn't O Snapple.
It wasn't O Snapple.
I forgot.
We forgot that quick. Forgive us.
Right.
We got jobs.
And it's been a week.
Ooh, we're not going to discuss that. But like I said earlier, hell, I would gladly have changed my name. Oh, you don't like it?
Okay.
Baby, call me what you want. Call me RuPaul's next drag superstar.
Right.
Give me my crown, give me my check. And I can understand Heidi wanted to do that. And this is Ru has made it to Team Jada's table. And I don't love it actually. When Jada sat down at the table and said, oh, forget these bitches, blah, blah, blah. They use that in the preview coming into this to make it look like she's shading the other queens, and she is, but it's in the name of the comedy that they're doing. And I'm like, look at them. They always do something like that to make you think, oh, it's finna get real. Jada just says, oh, she finna go off, honey. She finna get somebody. None of that happened.
It wasn't. It was more.
Now, don't get me wrong. If it led to that, but it didn't.
No, it kind of was like there and then went away.
And I just...
Now, Jada and her group, they're getting together. They're trying to figure out their parts. They have a 4-part skit that they can do. And Rockham has, kind of stepped back and is like, oh, well, okay, fine. I guess I'll be the orange. And Jada's like, oh, I'm going to be the apple. But then after Rue comes in, then Rockham's like, well, I want to be the apple. How did you feel about that?
I'm big on once it's set, honey.
Right.
That's me. And we sat here and we discussed, you know what? I'm going to be the orange. You be the apple, LaCresha, okay? Of course I want to be the apple, but you're team leader. We follow your lead. If you think you can do the apple better than me, cool. I'll try to make it work with this orange over here. Mm-hmm. That's how she should approach it. Not, well, I really want to, be the apple. And, No, honey. We've made our decision, just like Jada said. We've already rehearsed. At this point, we don't know how long it's been since they have decided that they're going to play these roles. I imagine it's been like a few hours. I don't think Rue's going to come right off the jump. Be like, so what do you have?
Right. At least an hour.
An hour, maybe 2.
Put it together, etc.
Put it together, flip it down, reverse it, all the goodness. And it's just like, honey, don't flip the script now. Because we've seen it in the past. They do a flip this late. And it messes up the whole team. So I'm glad they decided. I'm glad Jada made the executive decision to be like, no, we're going to continue the way we were doing things.
Right. And all she had to do was exactly what she did, which was ad lib and knock it out.
And we're going to get to, them, but I think she did a great job to be there with you. So I really don't know what she was complaining about.
Because canonically, as far as script-wise, there was no lines, and she was afraid she was going to get lost. But if you're good at improv, or you know what you're doing, then you shouldn't have a problem.
And I can understand me in that situation freaking out, be like, oh my God, I'm not the best at improv. Oh my God, I don't have much of a story about who the orange is. Oh my God, I'm finna do like the way Dahlia did. I think that would have been me if I was up there. Mm-hmm. But she did give me an iconic moment, and we will definitely get to that. So we start off. Who was the first team? Team Heidi. Mm-hmm. I love right before they walk in, Gigi dies. Right.
That was hilarious.
And they have to carry her into the audition room.
It's a whole Weekend at Bernie's thing. For those of you who are not 90s babies, you don't know that movie, and I am aging myself here, but that was a very, very funny 80s movie, and I was too young to be watching it.
No, she wasn't.
Yes,
she
I was.
Anyway, so I thought this was hilarious, and Gigi played the role.
It is really hard to stand out as a corpse, and Gigi did that, because I literally kept my eyes on her the whole time.
And shout out to Miss Charo and Ornacia for making special guest spots. Now, at first, I thought Ornacia was voiced by Vivacious, but the more it went, it sounded more like Latrice Royale.
Yeah.
So I believe I think they just did that first part with Vivacious voice from that episode.
Right.
But the rest was actually Latrice. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
And I thought that was a cool way to include a past queen without a past queen actually being there. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, I live for Miss Ornacia. She should have won. She should have won season 6. She should have. And come on, Miss Heidi.
I like the flipper.
She is giving. Come on, take us to church, ma'am. I
like the little mini tutus.
She really impressed me. I didn't expect this from. Almost called her Chi-Chi.
Ooh.
I did not expect this
Miss
from
Heidi.
Yes, she came out. She showed out. Gigi is showing out while dead.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Miss Jackie.
Yeah, let's not ignore Jackie. Jackie is really doing a great job here. Mm-hmm. And Miss Charo is teaching them the coochie coo, and Miss Heidi holding for the come up. Look at she's moving Gigi's legs like yes. It's the little things. It's the little
Gigi
things.
got some flexibility, man.
Baby. I would like to see her like legit lip sync. I bet she's an assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully she doesn't have to lip sync.
Okay.
But if she does, oh baby, I feel sorry for the other girl.
Mm.
I really do. I really do. And now Ross is sitting here telling them, "Oh, you're going to West." Oh.
And then Heidi's flippers fell out.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I lived for everything that it was. And now she's
and Jackie's sitting there like trying to do the sorry. Using Gigi as a puppet.
Yes.
And then as soon as they get the okay to go to West Hollywood, Gigi wakes up.
Gigi's alive, and then here we go. The other two are so excited. They just can't hide it. They're about to lose control. And they die. And there they go. And I love how Jaxie said, it's so ironic. I finally get everything I wanted and I died. I'm like,
and then Heidi comes in with, I've fallen and I can't get up. And then Gigi starts dragging him out the room.
I really don't know how Gigi didn't make the top. I really don't. I know we're going later into the episode, but that right there, I think all three of them should have been in the top and not just Heidi and Jackie.
Now, how do you feel about Miss Widow's group?
Widow did great.
Yes, Widow was excellent. She stood out to me.
I feel like if Widow's ensemble was a little better, she would have made top.
Yeah.
But she did what she was supposed to do.
I'm just loving the booty cheek hanging out. That was like my favorite part. I'm going to be honest.
Oh no, my favorite part was when they were describing what type of badges they have. And she's like, and this is barbecue sauce. I'm like, yes.
Iconic moment.
Yes, ma'am. If somebody doesn't make that a gift and send it to me, please. I would use that for everything. I really was. And I enjoyed the squirrel that Nikki had. But I agree, Nikki just kind of.
She didn't put anything out there because I don't remember
Crystal
her.
was trying. You could tell she fumbled at the beginning and she let it take a toll on her, but she was still trying. Nikki was just. You can't see me, but I'm sitting there smiling.
Right. She was supposed to be sexy, and I think if she wouldn't have had the pigtails.
And I feel like she's very sexy, even with the pigtails. Especially since they were going with the whole Girl Scout situation.
Right. However, she could have shortened that skirt.
Yeah, if she was going to be a sexy one, I feel like she should have did the mini skirt.
Yeah, she should have gave into...
Because, Gigi do, but Nikki got them legs, honey. She stuck that leg out and give you everything you need in this life.
I'm sorry, but Weird Al Yankovic does not need all them lips.
I think that's why I like Crystal so much, that mullet. Oh, we didn't discuss when Aru was doing the table, the walkthrough. She said, oh, you remind me of DeBarge. And she's like,
Who's that?
DeBarge? And then she started singing Rhythm of the Night. And baby, they actually played the song. Twice. Baby, they got money this season. They're giving Queens $5,000 when they win. Baby, VH1 is giving them money.
Oh, that was cute.
Oh, the nut butter. I didn't really care for the nut butter part.
No, I just thought it was cute that they put the butter to the dang doll's face.
Oh, that was funny. And I feel like they dropped the ball when Charles was like, is there actual squirrel juices in this? And they're all kind of like, Huh? What? Huh? Sounds like me when I'm not being truthful.
High-pitched and everything.
I do not get high-pitched.
Yes, you do.
You don't know that.
Yes.
You don't know me.
I know you very well.
Yeah. Anyway, so Widow stays a character the full time. I live from it. Oh.
I think that was the funniest thing Nikki did.
Yes.
Was taking the squirrel up there and then acting like the squirrel was rabid.
Honestly, I thought...
And then
Widow
ran into the wall.
I feel like it would have been more funnier if
Widow sold it.
If they would have took turns tossing the squirrel to each other.
And then ran out the room.
And then running out. And throwing it to Carson on the way out. Like, that would have been everything.
And then him with the squirrel up his butt.
Squirrel in his pants, giving us Phineas and Ferb Disney realness. I got squirrels in my pants, honey. Now, my My Disney kids, you know what I'm talking about. Us youngins, you know.
I didn't know who Phineas and Ferb was.
Do you?
Yes, as an adult, that was my favorite cartoon.
Are you sure you know who they were? Or are you just trying to pretend?
No.
Because you don't want to seem like you're that old. You know what I'm saying?
Are you trying to come for me, sir?
Oh, honey, I've already came for you.
I'm going to pull what little bit of hair you got in that spot.
All this hair. Look at all this hair. Anyway, up next is the Fruity Patooties and
Miss Dahlia. Oh, baby.
And I wrote down everyone's name on this one. I wrote down Dahlia, terrible. Terrible.
She didn't pull joke
Jan
out.
was cute. Jan did what she was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Rockham, I don't know why she was worrying. She did good. And, you know, they pointed it out later, but I'm glad she did a different makeup than what she normally does. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what they wanted from Crystal, she actually did. And Jada, I really enjoyed Jada in this. Mm-hmm. I feel like Jada was the strongest one here. And I was shocked to see her not in the top. I'm like, what the hell? The ones that were in the top, I'm like, really? Really? And we'll get there. But they really did such a good job. They really did. And I enjoyed the food fight.
Right, that was cute.
That was hilarious. And when she sat there and said, they're really strong, I'm like, but they're supposed to be fruits. I'm sorry, it's funny. And when they were all fighting, Dahlia, this is the part I'm talking about that was iconic. She was just running around in circles. I needed that. I needed everything that was in my life. And then we get to the last group. We got Team Aiden. So what did you think about Team Aiden's?
Oh my God, no. That was my note.
I wrote no. At first. Mm-hmm. But when they gave them the Mississippi line and they kept mixing that nursery rhyme with Humpty Dumpty, oh, I thought that was cute. I thought that was funny. And I felt like from there, they did a good job.
Right.
It just started off rough. And
I think that was the only part they rehearsed. Like, no matter what they give us, this is what we're going to say.
Yeah, like, that I enjoyed it once it got to that point. Because I like it at the end when she's like, oh, I'm just going to go back to James and the Peach. I'm like, bitch, live. You know, I love me some James and the Peach, honey. That's one of my favorite movies, honey. And I love Ross. Ross does really good in these improv challenges with the queens. He comes out and you can see he's trying to pull out
something
from them. And majority of the times he can't. I noticed he could pull it out better than Michelle. Because for a while Michelle was doing the improv challenges with him. And she wasn't really getting...
Because she was getting angry.
Yeah, she was getting... It's good when you didn't watch All Stars 4, but they did Jersey Justice. That was a good one for her because they needed to be like a court show. They needed, no, your honor, blah, 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 you know, get this bitch out my face, you know, situations like that. But like in a situation where they need to be just funny and not angry and funny, Ross and Carson really did this. They really brought out the best of these girls. And I feel like if there was anybody else, it wouldn't have worked. And I love at the end, they're like, we're two girls, one brain. And then A's like, one girl, one. And then Ross is chasing after them with the ticket. Now we need you in Hollywood.
That was terrible.
We need you. Like I say, Ross is just everything. I really enjoy Ross. Don't get me wrong, Carson is a nice judge, but like...
Do you think there was a reason why they had them in separate rooms?
Who in separate rooms?
Carson and Ross. Because didn't you say that they had some beef?
No, I don't think I've ever said that.
Oh, so they don't have beef?
No, they don't have beef.
Oh, okay.
Rue hired both of them to replace Santino.
Santino.
I miss him. I was happy when he came back. Was it season 7 he came back as a guest spot for one episode? It was nice to see him back. But, she brought both of them in, and they just kind of rotate. And don't get me wrong, Carson's good, but Ross is that judge. Ross loves the show, appreciates the show, gives so much constructive criticism without being mean like Michelle is.
Right.
And sometimes Carson's just there like, just sitting there, well, I loved it, you know.
Well, because Carson's more of a fashion guy, and Ross is more of a comedy guy, and Michelle was just Michelle.
Correct.
So
they need me as a judge on the show. I had a dream once that I was a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race.
And how did that
like,
go?
Instead of Carson and Ross, it was me every week.
And you just loved that,
Oh, it did. Oh, yes. And it was Michelle, Rue, me, and then, you know, the two special judges here and here. So I got to sit next to where I was like, work. And like every week I was wearing some form of orange.
Oh my God. That's why you like this outfit, because it was flipping orange.
Whoa. We ain't even got to the outfits yet. But before
I was talking about his suit from earlier in the episode.
Yeah. So it's the next day. They're in the workroom. They're getting ready for the main runway. And Britta had something to say about Aiden's leadership. Did you agree?
Lack thereof.
Yeah, did you agree with Britta on that?
That there was a lack of leadership on Aiden's part. There kind of was.
No, ma'am. I don't see that.
But I do understand Aiden's point of, I was trying to be democratic and get everybody's perspective.
But my thing is, she said right there, she says, I knew I would lack in this challenge, so I picked two of the people that I knew could knock this challenge out of the park. I knew who could help guide this team to victory.
So do you think that Aiden was just being picked on by the two stronger people?
I really think Britta was just picking. I think, you know, because the producers will be like, hey, Britta, you know, hey, ask, or Aiden, ask Britta.
So do you think Aiden did a good job leading you in this challenge?
And then it goes from there.
And we got Heidi's little 7-inch nose. And then
we found out that Dahlia is a twin. And her twin is gay.
Yes, and I have comments on that, but we're not going to make those public.
Oh, honey, why? What's wrong?
It's not wrong. It works in favor of the LGBTQ plus community.
And how is that explained? We have a few seconds to explain.
Because
I want to know where you're going with this.
It's genetic.
Huh?
Because they're twins. And every set of twins, if one is, they both are. It is very rare you find it where one is and the other one isn't.
I've met a set of twins where one is and one isn't, but continue.
So I think it's genetic.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. I was kind of confused. I'm like, where are you going with this, ma'am? I thought knowing you were going down a real dirty path with this.
No.
That's where I thought you were going with it. That's why I was egging it on so much. I wanted to hear what you had to say.
That they did things to No,
I wouldn't say that.
Oh.
You know how you like to thirst over them boys on TikTok?
Oh, well, yeah, they are fine. But, I mean...
wait, hold on.
We got RuPaul's
making her grand entrance. Hold on. Oh.
And what did you think about the jumpsuit?
This is everything I need in my life. Miss Rue coming out with... The one thing about these past 2 seasons, she's really been stepping it up with her outfits. Because she was Bianca Del Rio for a while. Same dress, same hair, just different colors. But these past 2 seasons, and All-Stars, I'll give her All-Stars too, All-Stars 4. Baby, she's been pulling out looks. I don't know who's in charge of her costumes right now, but they are doing their job, honey. And then AJ and the Queen, rest in peace. But the look she had on there is just Miss World. She has really been giving it to us. But yeah, back to the whole twin situation. I thought you were going somewhere dirty because you were going to be lusting after them, and I thought you were going to say something like, "Oh, they're gay, boo," or something like that. Why
would I do that?
Because that means you can't have them.
Okay, I can't have them. It doesn't mean I can't be their friend. God.
I can't be their friend.
I can still be their friend.
They said they just be staring out.
And exactly.
No, ma'am, you can't.
Look,
No, ma'am, you cannot do that.
That just means that they can sit there and be comfortable while I sit there and watch them get undressed.
See, there it is. That is what I was expecting you to say. That is what I was expecting.
I was making a serious point, and you were making a dirty point, and
because I knew you. I know that thought crossed your mind.
No, it didn't until you just said it right now.
When we were sitting there watching the episode,
I said, "Ooh, they're fine," and that was the end of it.
It was the way she said. She said, "Ooh," because her twin had a beard, and she was like, "Ooh."
Ooh.
I knew what that meant. I knew exactly what that noise meant. You ain't slick.
Okay, okay, but when I was speaking originally, it had absolutely nothing to do with lusting after them. I was just making a statement on public opinion.
And I like how she said that her twin also wants to get into drag. I think that'd be something cool they can do. They could be like the Bella twins of the drag community.
Right. I mean, and you're right. And I have seen people where there were twins where one was and one wasn't. As a matter of fact,
I just watched the video on YouTube about one twin that is and one twin that isn't.
There was an episode of what is it, like Drag My Dad or?
Are you talking about on YouTube? I don't watch it, but I know what you're talking about.
There was an episode where there was a set of twins. And like low key, I was looking at them and I was like, wait a flipping minute. Sorry, headphone users. But they're not them. But it was a straight brother, and he had a twin brother that was LGBTQ+. And he wanted to get into drag. He didn't know what he was doing, and so he brought him on the show, and they gave him his drag makeover, and he was like, see, now you don't have to be afraid anymore. And I thought that was sweet, and I cried. So
but are you gonna cry now?
No.
Oh, it looked like you were gonna cry. Like, ma'am, I know we're both emotional, but Jesus.
No, but I did enjoy the fact, I did appreciate knowing that he had a twin. They were both LGBTQ+, and that he wants to be a drag queen as well.
All right, well, let's get into these runway looks, honey. We start off with Miss Jada Essence Hall. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I lived for everything this was. I can't even talk. I live for everything that this is, was, and will ever be. Look, now Miss Dahlia Sin. Oh, stunning.
I loved.
Beauty is her name, honey.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
She's a beauty queen.
It's working for me. Ass out. It's just everything works. It's just.
She doesn't like a chest plate though.
Rock'em Sakura.
I liked it.
No.
I liked it for what it was
One of the
supposed to
two
be.
outfits I did not like. I caught the reference.
Yes.
I just no.
Although it's supposed to be Alice in Wonderland.
But then she gives you the Rapunzel hair.
And then she had her little story.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they go with the Wizard of Oz reference instead. That was kind of funny. Then Jan's look.
Oh my goodness, Miss Jan come through. Now,
Jan is coming for throats. I'm sorry.
She said last episode that she brought looks that nobody would think of for each category. So that makes me excited.
I know, and I get the buttons and bows, and she looks like she would be a gamer because I forgot what video game that was. And then I also get like Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas.
I was getting very horror movie. I was getting, what's that, Slender Man? Is that something?
Slender Man is a movie.
Yeah, I was getting very that. That's what I was getting. That's what I was feeling.
I was getting the monster dude from Nightmare Before Christmas because he's made out of burlap.
That is what I was getting, yes.
Yes,
that is exactly what I was getting.
He's made out of burlap and buttons.
Yes.
I liked it.
And then we have Heidi Ho, or Heidi in Closet. They're still creating her as Heidi in the Closet. But
with the Pinocchio nose.
The Pinocchio Ho, as she said. And I lived for everything this was. Yes, ma'am.
I thought it was adorable. She looked
it
like
really
Jack.
Good morning, Miss Good.
I liked this. I love the fact that it was all buttons. She's the only one who gave us all buttons.
Baby, this is very 70s.
Mm-hmm.
This could have been in Doja Cat's video for Say So, honey. Like this.
I like the orange wig.
Oh.
And I know orange is your favorite color,
Yes.
so I know you were living for all of this.
All of it, because you know I love a boot.
You love a boot.
And
She gave you your whole life.
Yes.
She really did.
She
I just thought about that. She gave you orange realness. She gave
me
you
a
the
boot.
boot. And it not only was it just a boot, it was a thigh-high boot.
Yes. She gave me everything I needed.
I'm surprised you're alive right now.
I wanted to pay when I saw it. I'm like, and then the orange wig looked right. You know, sometimes an orange wig don't look right on somebody's head. It looked good on Miss Good. I have to go give her mama a hug. I need to meet her mama.
Okay.
Because if her mama's bringing out those outfits, I need to go give her a big old hug.
Yes,
Be like, thank you, mama.
20,000
Thank
buttons.
you, mama.
That's a whole lot of buttons.
It sure is. Her mama must love
And then
her.
we get Miss Jackie. This was my favorite.
Oh.
And that's just because I'm the old person here, so I got the Mary Poppins reference.
I like it. I'm not going to say I don't like it. I'm not going to say it's my favorite, but she did this. She did what she had to do. I love this.
I like Jackie's aesthetic.
Yes, I love her aesthetic. Miss Widow. Ugh, I love this.
I get it.
I get it. And I put that I liked it, but I feel like if she would have went more traditional, she could have made top.
I think if she'd have went more out there was just enough, but it wasn't.
I think she should have went to Crystal's level. You know how she walked in the green?
Mm-hmm.
She should have went to that level. And speaking of Crystal, here's Crystal. I like this look. I'm not sure if you do, but I like this look.
I didn't even know there were buttons on it till they did a close-up.
I live for this.
I get she's supposed to be a gift.
Yeah. But it's just, I really enjoyed it.
I don't know. It wasn't my favorite.
Then we got Miss Nikki Doll. Yes.
Cinderella
ma'am.
realness.
Yes, ma'am. With all the ham and all the turkey, the dressing, all the fixings. Baby, put it on the plate, honey. I'm ready to eat. This is everything. I'm sorry. Did you want to add anything to that? Okay. So... Aiden Zane. I put meh.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it either. It's just, it's there.
I said it looks weak. And I understand she's, a thrifting queen.
Mm-hmm.
So she just took a dress and added some bows to it, and that's exactly what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. And last but definitely not least, Miss Britta. No. No.
No.
No.
I didn't.
You?
No.
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 No. No.
No.
Mm-mm. I like the hair.
The hair is good.
I'll give her that. The hair looks...
I like the silhouette. I just don't like all the bows. I get that bows was the theme. The silhouette.
So, we have our tops and bottoms of the week. We have Miss Dahlia, Miss Heidi, Jackie, Crystal, Nikki, Aiden, and Sherry Pie. So, do you agree with that being the tops and bottoms of the week? Because I don't.
No.
The bottoms they got right, but the tops, I would have thrown Widow in there. No, I wouldn't have.
No, I wouldn't have.
Gigi for sure. Gigi for sure. I think Gigi should have took Jackie's spot because I think Gigi did better than Jackie, in my honest opinion. I would have put Jackie, Heidi, and maybe, looking at these names. Oh. Matter of fact, put Jackie back.
Yes, put Jackie
I would have
back.
did Jackie, Gigi, and Heidi. Those would have been my top three. I agree with the bottoms. I agree with Crystal. I agree with Nikki. I agree with Dahlia. Now, do you agree with the bottom two being Dahlia and Nikki? Because Dahlia did not feel like she should have been bottom two, honey.
Because of her performance, I do. And although I liked the dress fashion-wise,
I don't think it was enough to save her.
It wasn't.
From how bad. I agree. I would have chosen Dahlia and Nikki as the bottom two.
Right. And Nikki has her quirks and the reasons why she was at the bottom.
And I like the criticism they gave her. They were like, Charo is a prime example of a language barrier. Mm-hmm. And sometimes she just randomly busts out in Spanish. Just be yourself, and if you just randomly bust out in French, people are still gonna love you.
Exactly.
Be yourself. That is one of the biggest things I preach to everyone. Be yourself.
Because I really feel like the comedy would have been better in their skit had she just broke out with some French while Charo was coochie 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 now.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Yes.
But see, like I think she's so hung up on the fact that she needs to speak English because she's in America. She's on an American television show.
Right.
Baby, be you.
Right.
Being you will get you far.
Bust out the French, honey.
Bust out the French. And I would like to apologize. We didn't give you the runway theme. We just went straight into reviewing the runway.
Oh, it was buttons and bows.
Buttons and bows. Bows and buttons.
And everybody mostly gave bows, and very few people gave buttons.
They pushing up on the buttons like the Pussycat Dolls, baby. Loosen up my buttons, baby. Yes, honey. So.
Sorry
What?
Copyright strike.
Oh, hush. So the top 2 of the week was Jackie and Sherry Pie, which Sherry Pie actually won the competition. And won a cash tip of $5,000. But due to her disqualification, VH1 and WOW, World of Wonder, for those who don't know what WOW stands for, donated the $5,000 to the Trevor Project.
Which is good.
Which I was wondering how they were going to handle her wins, because I imagined she was going to have some wins. I thought they were just going to edit it, and like in this case, it would have showed that Jackie would have won, and Jackie would have got the money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I like how they said, this episode was shot in 2019, before we knew everything. Mm-hmm. So the money is going to go to the Trevor Project. So I like that, even though I thought they were going to go a different way with that.
I mean, yeah, sure, there's the power of editing to correct certain things. Yeah. But they acknowledge in the beginning that there were, the whole disqualification of Sherry. Mm-hmm. And they're going to show the episodes as they were because, through the magic of editing, they could have just edited her out completely.
Yeah.
But they're not. They're showing her. They're showing everything.
They cut her confessionals, though.
They did cut her confessionals.
The only time we actually heard her speak was the little few times.
Was the whole confrontation with Aiden. Because she was in Aiden's group.
But the only confessional type thing we got from her was the runway. When she was speaking, oh, I'm giving you spooky ookie, kashi kashi campy cappy, I'm a rapist, stuff like that.
Rapist.
Annabelle
realness.
Yeah.
With the sclera contact.
Yeah, work, Allison, work. Anyway, so the bottom 2 was Nikki versus Dahlia.
I was extremely disappointed in this lip sync.
Oh, baby, I thought it was just me. They did Problem by Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea.
Yes. And I was just hoping and praying. I love Nikki, but I was hoping and praying Dahlia would just turn it out. Like, I was waiting for it. I was on the edge of my seat.
Expecting it. And
I was like, come on.
And I thought maybe they're going to wait for the rap.
Right.
When Iggy comes in, give us the ooh, ah,
and she took the hat off. So I was really just waiting
Nikki
for it.
Nikki took the hat off. I'm like, oh, wait.
Dahlia took her hat off, too.
Let me find out Nikki finna fuck it out.
And I was like, oh, come on, Dad. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby.
That's how I was feeling about Nikki.
Give it to me. Come on.
That's how I was feeling about Nikki. She took that hat off. I'm like, uh-oh. Oh, it's over for her now. She finna go. And you can see Nikki was starting to, but then she kind of... I was like, no, ma'am. Go. But she didn't.
It's Dahlia.
So far, this is the worst lip sync of the season.
Come on, Dahlia.
Following Miss Widows, and Jada the next week, Black Excellence. And then we get these two, and we're like, eh.
I was just, like, if Dahlia would have just...
knew the words.
That part.
Honestly, I feel like if she knew the words.
If she would have known the words.
I think she would end up saying.
She's too much of a beauty queen to really just let herself go. And that's where I feel like her problem is, because I see that in myself. Like, if I were to go out and do something, I would lose because I'm too in myself to do it.
One thing I would really love to see is an all-star season of nothing but queens who went home first. Yeah.
You do know who would end up in that.
Who?
Shangela.
Nah, technically.
She's been back like 4 times.
Yeah, I'm finna say because she came back in season 3, I doubt Shangela will be there. Let Venus the Light come. And then who went home on season 2 after Shangela? Whoever that was, because Shangela is Shangela. Give these queens who didn't get that chance. Like, bring back Kelly Mattel. Not Mattel. What was Kelly's last name from season 6? She went home the first episode because they said she had bacon on her chest.
Oh God, yeah, I remember
her. I actually follow her Instagram and on her Twitter. Bitch serves looks. I've watched her performances on YouTube. She is entertaining. So that really hurt my feelings. Going back and watching that season again, I'm like, wow, she didn't even get a chance to truly show who she was. So I would like to see a season of queens who gone home first.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Second chance.
Ooh.
Trust me, I've already thought about this. I would love to see it. But yeah, so at this point in the competition, we're 3 episodes in. Who are your top 4? This is something we're going to do at the end of every episode to see how our top 4 changes as time goes.
Heck yeah, because I sure did have Dahlia winning because I just loved her confidence. I didn't know she was going to be such a pretty queen, though. So, Jada and Widow, and we know one of them is in there somewhere.
This is yours. She's been disqualified.
And so, I think Jackie might pull it out. And, let me see, maybe Heidi? I think Jan. I know Jan might be up in there.
So my top 4 at this moment are Widow, Jada Essence Hall. Remember, you say her full name. You just don't say Jada. That is Miss Jada Essence Hall. Miss Hall if you're nasty. Remember that. Gigi Good and Jan are the 4 that I will see in the top 4.
Yeah.
That's who I am seeing right now. So overall, decent episode. They did what they had to do. I think
Jan, so far the looks that Jan is pulling out, like the way that she's performing, she has studied this show.
She did it the right way. You know, we've had queens come in the past to say, I've watched every episode, I know what's gonna happen, and go home first. God, what was her name? Was that Magnolia?
I think
was that her?
I think so.
Who's like, I've watched every episode. I studied the show. Watch me win. Bitch went home first. But like I said, I want her to come back. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening. I should have done this at the beginning, but make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, leave us a little comment or 2.
We'll respond.
Oh, yes, we will. So, LaCresha, where can they find you?
I am at Cresha McGill everywhere. I am on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
And we need to send out a correction because in someone's video, she said we had 12,000 views on a particular premiere episode of Drag Race.
Oh, it's 1,200.
Yeah, you said 12,000.
Oh, my bad.
At the end, you didn't. At the beginning, you corrected yourself, but at the end, you were like, "We have like 12,000 views." I'm like, "Speak it, honey, speak it." But we're not there yet, honey. Speak it though. I like the claim, and now it's out there. It's claimed. We're not there. So you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us, and we'll see you guys next week. Yeah, there's a music review coming out soon. I don't know when though, Charles.
It should have been out at the beginning of the month.
Shut up. It's coming.